Hockey. My ex was really into hockey. I let her cook about that.
Makes me want to.
But I felt bad afterwards to the point where she was like, I feel like maybe you're not proud of me about the hockey thing. And I was like, no, I had to be like, no, I'm sorry I don't come to the games, but I get really, really, and I was like ashamed of this, and I kept this from her. I get really, really cold in the stands. In the stands, and I like kind of shut off, and like I would go with her friends. I went with her dad once, and I'd just be like fucking silent the whole time because of how cold I was, and I hate being cold. And I would just feel like I would get internal. I'd feel deep shame about not being like my regular chatty self because I'm so cold. And I'd have to be like, no, I love that you play hockey, but I just get so cold, and I'm sorry if I feel disconnected from that journey that you're on, but I just can't be in that place.
Oh my God, just because you're so cold, you're like a lizard.
Yeah.
It's like your body doesn't
shut
work
down in the cold. It's true. I did. It's 100% true.
reptile.
I feel less personality in the winter.
Really?
I
Because of
feel-
how cold it is,
yes,
eh?
Yeah.
You don't feel invigorated by it at all? You just feel
Maybe
bad
like
to
when I
shut
get
down.
into an apartment and it's nice and cozy and stuff, but
Right.
when
you come out of the cold,
Can
you
I come
feel
out of
the
the
cold,
cold?
yeah, you
But
feel
yeah,
it.
no, I'm not. And like,
Really?
Like,
Interesting. And that's why you can go to Was
like,
she playing hockey?
yeah.
Oh, I thought she was like going to hockey
No, well, she
games.
started to with the
I was
when
like,
the
why would you wanna
women's
see-
league started. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, if you're going to men's hockey games, why do you want to watch a bunch of rapists on ice? I don't know.
I
I
know.
just feel like it's ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think about like the sports that I was in, that I played, and as I played football and I played hockey, and I just think about the guys that were good, and they were all assholes,
Awful people.
And
Terrible
so
people.
when I watch hockey and football, I don't really cheer for anybody because I'm like, they're all
Yeah, I
fucking
hate you all.
assholes.
Yes, that's what I think.
But when it comes to like, and then also I worked at a golf course, and golfers are assholes.
Yes,
so
golfers are just rich weirdos.
I hate golf,
Lazy weirdos.
but every baseball player I've hung out
Love
with,
baseball
they're-
players.
Yeah,
I
they're so
love
nice.
baseball
They're so
players.
fun. Yeah,
This is
Because it's in the summer and it's fun.
yeah, and
they're
they're
fun
just chill,
guys. They're
strategic,
nice.
you
They're
know?
really cool. And I actually really like soccer players.
I believe. Yeah, I buy that. Yeah.
Soccer players and basketball players are fine. I feel like I used to work at Real Sports, which was the sports bar attached to the Air Canada Center.
Did you? When the fuck did you do that?
For like 8 months in 20. I want to say it was like 2016. When did we graduate?
2016. Yeah. You fucking
2017 then? 2017? 2018?
Jesus.
I worked at Real Sports. I made a killing. I've never made more money in my life
Really?
serving.
Wow.
Because it was a union job. So a bunch of people would be able to call in sick. You could just call in sick for your shift and not get penalized. It was like under the union. So people, and you couldn't get trade shifts. So people had to call in sick, and you had to do that within like 24 hours of your shift. So when that would happen, they couldn't get more staff. And then you just have these huge sections. You'd be running around like crazy. Managers would be helping you, but everyone had to be in and out at the same time because of games. You'd make a ton of money. And we had this section called the Players Lounge, and it was for like anyone who was important because there was like 2 bodyguards in front of it kind of thing. But most of the time, the people who were in there were like the MLSE marketing guy.
Yeah,
It didn't matter. And you'd get these little chits, like these little, pieces of paper that said who the person was. And it was a particularly busy night. I was supposed to have like 2 other servers in there with me, and I was just doing it by myself. And I'm running around and I'm getting these chits, and I'm like, I don't care who's the director of operations for whatever the fuck. And then I get this huge group of men, enormous men, and all of these tiny little 5-foot blonde women with all ordering vodka waters, all with lip filler. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I'm serving these people, and they're asking for crazy things.
Figure skaters and their boyfriends.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? No, it was the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the whole Toronto Maple Leafs after they have something called like a Winter Classic game or whatever, and I was supposed to serve all of them. There was 2 players who were really nice. Everyone else, absolutely horrible, horrendous human being. Would never want to spend time with them ever in my life. And throughout my time there, I got to serve or hear about my friends serving like the Raptors, the TFC guys, and the Blue Jays. And the nicest of them
What
were
about the Argos?
the Blue Jays. Oh, I have no idea. No, they can't afford to eat there. It's cost $20 for chicken fingers. They can't. Poor guys, R.I.P. They're
R.I.P..
They're all still alive. I don't know why I said that. They're still,
Yeah, the building collapsed on them. They came in, and then we were just like, nah, let's demolish it.
Yeah, just take it down.
Yeah.
The stadium's done. Yeah. They all tried to eat a footlong hot dog and just choked. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. But
That's all they could
they all
afford.
could afford. They died of starvation.
And then they've never eaten before, so they didn't know how to chew it.
They didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And they just swallowed it. Too many glizzies. And then, yeah, they, I just through experience of serving the different types of players, I could, without a doubt, say hockey players were the worst and baseball players and TFC players were probably the best of the people.
That's cool.
And now I have such a strong opinion.
Hockey guys are probably getting paid the most too.
100%. And I have such a strong opinion on how terrible hockey guys are because I've yet to meet one, a professional one that is a good person.
Yeah.
And if someone could show me that, I would be open to the.
I bet there's a couple sweethearts out
sure.
there, but
well, on this team, there was 2 guys who were quite nice to me, very sweet, a little older. I feel like they'd done it a while.
yeah, that makes
whatever.
sense.
So again, I'm not actually saying that it's all of them, but that is one of my hardest opinions. Is that I think the culture around hockey is like is horrible. It's
I think so
bad.
too.
And when you grow up in Southern Ontario, you're like,
you're
yeah,
surrounded by it. They're the gods.
they're the gods,
hockey
and they
guys, yeah.
suck. They're terrible
they really
people. They're
suck.
doing awful things to people.
Mhm.
But it's kind of cool to be like a woman in hockey. I've never really met a woman who's like really
Yeah, PWHL going strong.
nice, avid about hockey.
Toronto. Yeah, it's
What's that?
more of the PWHL hasn't made its way west, but it's like there's still on the original 6 teams. It's the Professional Women's Hockey League.
Nice.
And Toronto always, much like the Leafs, does very well in the regular season and then beefs it in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we haven't won the Scepters. We haven't taken one home yet, but God bless them, and I wish them all the best.
Yeah, I won't be there because I'm too cold. But
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. I can go to a professional game because the seats are heated, but going to these
oh,
these rec
I
center
get what
games.
you mean. I get what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Professional games are fine, but the practices and the smaller games and stuff were not
yeah.
cool. And how old were you when you were with this girlfriend who was into this?
This is like a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she was.
I'm gonna take my sweater off.
Yeah, go for
Because
it.
I'm hot now.
Because you've been talking about how cold you might be.
Yeah. Well, it's the lights, Actually, clip this right now.
Yeah, this is
Right now,
This is my friend
Cassidy is interviewing
Grim Reaper.
Death.
Yeah, Grim Reaper.
You're next, Furman.
I hope not. I'm about to go on a vacation, a road trip on a very dangerous highway. So.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
don't die.
Okay. Thanks. Grim Reaper is gone. And he said no.
I'm the one going on a plane.
You are. Oh yeah. I get nervous on plane. You. This is proof, though, that you do not have to work that hard to date anyone because you were on a plane almost having an anxiety attack and then you got off and almost got hit on.
Yeah. Girl came up to me afterwards. Still, jury's out on whether she was hitting on me or not, but she was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I wanted to ask you on the plane, but I didn't want to embarrass you, but you seemed really nervous." I was like, "Yeah, I fucking was."
Yeah, I am nervous.
I had my iPad, like I didn't have the right fucking headphones to watch the movies I downloaded, so I was like on my sketchpad drawing these little psycho drawings like with my iPod like this close to my face.
Yeah.
And then as it was like landing, I'm like looking all around the plane, like making sure nothing's like, yeah. I literally don't get nervous pre-flight, but when I'm on the flight,
Yeah.
all of a sudden I become like not Charles Manson. I don't know. I just feel like a psycho. I feel like a weirdo
Yeah.
in those anxiety moments because I'm like doing anything to just quell their nerves.
Yeah. But you're aware of the weirdness that you're putting out onto the plane.
Yeah. Well, now I am.
Well, yeah.
After that girl
She
came
was
up
like,
to me,
"Hey, you look fucking
you look
insane."
fucking insane.
Yeah, you look so weird. I'm surprised though because you also could have been on drugs from her perspective.
Exactly. Well,
You
I
could've
was.
been
That's the thing. If I was on drugs, I'd be like, fine.
Chilling.
If I took an Ativan or something, or if it was like later enough that I could have like gotten the complimentary beer
Crack
or
cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an early flight, so I didn't get the Bloody Mary thing, but I'm gonna get one tomorrow.
Yeah, you're on Porter. That's
Yeah.
the best part about Porter is the free alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a fucking little vodka bottle and
and an Ativan.
yeah, fuck, I should have.
That would have been nice, eh? An Ativan. Oh, on the plane.
Yeah,
Just
they
pass
acted
out.
actually. I don't want to like. Where's my lorazepam,
Yeah.
Piper? I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior, but lorazepam on a flight.
Yeah.
Pretty
When
good.
you're nervous, sometimes
Yeah,
you're nervous
it's
and you
good.
just need something
Yeah.
to calm that central nervous system right down. Give you a little lobotomy for a
But
while.
don't get addicted to drugs,
Don't
okay?
get addicted to drugs.
Or you've become
kids. There's no kids.
You'll become Parker Posey in White Lotus season 3.
Yeah, that actually
Ain't
a lot
nobody
of
got
people
time for that.
aspire to be that person.
I know.
She was really wealthy and didn't have to do very
She's,
much.
yeah, and she's totally satisfied.
she was totally
satisfied. For
Well,
real.
yeah, maybe not,
Yeah.
but I pretty out of all the characters, pretty satisfied with how life.
I think she was gonna be, but then
But then she's gonna lose it all.
she's
and
gonna
that's
lose it all.
suck,
Would have
and
liked
yeah.
to see more fallout with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
There was so much buildup. I was like,
Yeah.
you can't just be like, gang, life's gonna change. We're out of here on the
Yeah.
boat. It's like, what the fuck? Give us
Yeah.
something else, please.
Uh-huh.
You spent so long envisioning how you're gonna kill your whole family. That just
I
can't
know
be it.
you got jerked off by your brother.
Oh my god, that was crazy. That was crazy because that could happen.
Okay.
I just mean like I think that most people who've done any sort of crazy drug, not I'm saying that they would jerk off their brother, but I'm just saying most people have done a crazy enough drug and maybe have been young enough
Mm-hmm.
in their life where they don't fully understand what's going on and their brain doesn't fully have control and things are all just kind of melding together. And I just like I felt for those guys.
Yeah, that was a
This-
good episode.
This is scary.
Never jerked off my brother.
No, me
but
neither. But I'm just saying,
I definitely, you make mistakes when you're on a lot of drugs.
when you're on a lot of drugs and you're so young that I mean, like up until you're, what is it, 25, your brain isn't, I don't know what the fucking statistic is, but I
Mhm.
do feel like when you don't have enough understanding of how to control yourself when you're on substances or when you're just like, I don't know, you're like a teenager, you're this, you're that. I just feel like you could end up in a very weird situation so easily if the stars aligned. And just because a lot of us
Yeah.
haven't doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. And it's freaky. And I think, I don't know.
No. I
It's-
definitely made some mistakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of mistakes.
But I'm still good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Nobody,
Still
I don't,
good.
as far as I know, nobody wants me fucking dead. So I
Well,
think I'm
I
doing
probably
that.
know a few people, but
Who the
yeah.
fuck wants me dead?
Nobody wants you dead. Nobody wants you dead.
Nobody wants me in
Nobody
prison.
wants you dead. Nobody wants you dead. Maybe some people want you in prison.
For what?
I don't know. They would just want you to be there if they had the choice.
What people are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm not picturing anyone specifically.
Okay, well, I don't think anyone wants me in prison.
I'm just saying, don't you think you maybe
the
have
FBI has a different idea.
Don't you think you maybe have like an ex who was like, if they could just send you to prison for a year, just because
I'm
they
on
would do
good
it?
enough terms with all my exes except the one that like wronged me.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I've made my amends.
Yeah. You made, yeah.
I have.
You made your amends.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
How?
Through
Facebook
pure
Messenger?
Riz.
Okay.
No.
Oh my God. See,
No.
yeah. This is Riz again.
No. Talking to people, reaching out,
Reaching out, apologizing
taking
your
them,
ways.
taking them out for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I like that, Joel. Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, coming full circle.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe no one wants you in prison.
Yeah.
What do you think the worst is that people want for you out there? Like, if you could think of the person who doesn't like you the most, what would they want to happen to you? If they had your voodoo doll, what would they do?
Failure. Complete and utter failure.
Yeah, just failure
Probably,
in
yeah.
terms of like artistic failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be
Probably.
like, I hope Joel never
Yeah.
is successful.
Comics can be so resentful. And
Ugh, yeah.
I have found now that I've been doing comedy for 9 years,
Mhm.
a little longer but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
call 9 years.
9 years. And so now that I've been doing it for that long, people will come out of the woodwork and be like, you kind of gave me a dirty look back in 2018, and I just, and
So
this person
sensitive.
had just said good set to me, and I was waiting for that from you, and I'm like, I don't fucking remember that. I have a resting kind of pissed off face. I'm trying to work on. I literally am trying to work on it, but
What are you doing to work on it?
just trying to soften my eyebrows.
That's not helping. You look crazy.
Soften my eyebrows, trying to put a curve on my thing,
For
on
a
my
curve
mouth.
on your thing. Yeah,
On my
get
mouth,
the little ends up there.
I really
get the
do
ends
try
up
and
closer to
soften
the
my
eyes.
eyebrows because I feel like, especially like I'm
Yeah, you have a
tired.
scowl.
I'm tired. I'm at like a fucking show that I've I've worked all day and like I'm trying to like, okay, I'm liking it. Yeah, okay.
You do like brow and then a lot of like shifty eyes sometimes.
What do you call that?
Art Cowboy.
No.
Angry.
You have a
Scowl.
No, you have a term for it.
I do?
Yeah,
What?
Squinty eyes of judgment.
Squinty eyes of judgment. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about the squinty eyes of judgment. But it's true.
But I'm not actually judging anybody.
I know, but it looks like you are. Squinty eyes of judgment. Joel Safe. Yeah, there's a song.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And Joel Safe was a big
Joel Safe. Yeah, I used to call him Joel Safe because there was this campus.
York Safe. Or?
Yeah. It was like this camp. It was something like York Safe.
Yeah.
It was a campus thing where if they wanted you to get home safe, and York was notoriously a school where you could not get home safe. There was lots of stuff going on campus, and so they had a service where they would walk you home, and it was called like York Safe, and then you became Joel Safe.
Well, because I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could have my own company.
Why can't I be a fucking business owner and walk people home?
Yeah.
This random guy.
Hey, what's up? I'm Joel Safe.
Yeah.
I'll get you home.
We loved that. We thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Squinty as a judgment. Joel Safe.
But anyway,
okay, so you're trying to soften the eyebrows.
Well, because I don't know, like these people.
Yeah, they hold
like
weird
I hope the grudges I hold in comedy now are people that have actually said and done dumb shit to me, but also you eventually you do a show with that person or you do a road gig with that person and it's like, I guess I can last an hour on a car with it. They're not that fucking bad, but a lot of these people that, remain where they're at for whatever reason, whether it be them not doing but I don't want to talk shit. They fucking hang on to shit. Yeah. And they don't ever have that moment with me where can be like, the worst I can say about you is that I don't think about you, like
totally. So many.
I was never tried to piss you off or anything, but I know people hold those grudges and maybe I've said, stupid things sometimes, but
we all have.
I don't know. That's probably the worst is failure in comedy. Sure.
Comedy is kind of similar to, I found it a little bit similar to the way that you kind of feel in acting school when there's a bunch of people together. And there's a lot more in comedy than there is in acting school, but there's a bunch of people together all trying to do this like artistic creative thing. The actual truth remains that if all of those people are good enough and work hard enough, they could all do it. There's no one saying that all 14 of these actors can't be successful actors, just like there's no one saying that all of these comedians can't be successful comedians. That's not it. But we create all of these little like, who gets this and what happened with this and who got that and who's doing well and who's with us, because you need to create some form of competition. And then you're also just around each other so much that you lose the ability to have the kind of like, I guess, decorum of showing up to a place, dealing with people and doing the work and then leaving. It's all so intertwined that it becomes, people will say like very high school, but I don't think it's necessarily just high school. It's like anytime you put groups of people together so much for such a long period of time that you leave so much room for either developing really close friendships or having big old problems over looks.
Yeah,
nothing. Right?
And there's so many people in comedy that are you just never know. It's a revolving door. You don't know whether to get when is the good time to
squinty eyes of judgment versus
connect with somebody.
Lift my curve up a little bit.
I can do my best to be like, yes, you're a human being and hello and how are you, but I only have so much social energy. Yeah, does this sound asshole-ish? I have so much social energy to give. Like I can't be friends and chatty with everybody. I can. Yeah. If I see someone's act, I will admit, if I see someone's act and it's really fucking funny, and I've never seen them before, or I've seen them around a lot and I've never seen their act and they're really funny, I will engage with him more. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
true.
Yeah.
But if I haven't watched your act or if I watched at the back at an open mic or, waiting to get it or,
Whatever. Well, I think it's like you have to treat it like you're not a new employee at a job because no one's hired you to do stand-up comedy. You are a person who's chosen to go into a space that a lot of people have been in for a long time. And it is your job to do the work and then try to find people to be friends with. And if people don't want to talk to you, that's okay. I remember when I started stand-up, I was like, yeah, I mean, maybe no one will talk to me and that's fine. They don't know who I am. They've all been doing this with each other forever. I'll just try to go up as much as I can and do stand-up as well as you can. And then everything kind of does fall into place once you do that, right? But people will do anything. What is it? People do anything besides get better at stand-up.
Never heard that.
Yeah, you have.
You said that the other night.
I said it. I said that Aaron said it, I think.
I don't remember saying that.
It's like
a comedian will do
anything besides getting better at stand-up.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like so many reasons to just perpetuate drama in any workplace situation or adult situation. We're just gonna fall back to just like finding the drama. I try to live a drama-free lifestyle.
Says every man who loves drama ever.
Do I? I mean, I don't. I do truly feel I am extremely uncomfortable in it.
Everyone's uncomfortable in it.
I just like to just fucking.
You're one of the more dramatic men I know.
Okay, that's why I don't want to be involved in drama.
Yeah, because you don't want to heighten the drama.
I'm okay with adversity. I'm okay with conflict.
Right.
But when it's like drama and
what's the difference between adversity and conflict and drama?
I don't mind being challenged.
Okay.
I don't mind.
But what's the difference?
A disagreement with somebody and trying to figure it out.
Disagreement, adversity, conflict, and then what's the difference between that and drama?
Drama is something out of nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't that just all conflict?
Well, I guess drama can be, no, but drama is a lot of like talking behind people's backs and things getting larger than they actually are.
Okay, so you would say drama is like subverting the conflict.
Yeah, drama
like going around the conflict, but making it, it's flowery. It's
I don't like being involved in it. It's like sometimes like hearing about it,
Who doesn't?
But I don't love when either me or people I'm close with go through it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
feel like
being dragged into stuff either.
I'm also asking you because I don't know. I'm not asking you because I have an answer, but I was just curious because we all say that we don't want drama. But I guess
no drama zone.
It's no drama. I'm in a drama-free lifestyle. But
I know what you mean. Like if I say it too much, but I truly
I get what you mean.
Truly want to avoid.
You're a dramatic person, but you do not want to be involved in drama that could just be conflict and resolution.
Yes.
It could just
if I have a problem with somebody, especially a close friend, I like to resolve it right away.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something.
You are good at that.
If it's something that's not like just in my head.
Yep. I feel like anytime we've had conflict, it's been well resolved. We talk about it. You got to be direct. That's another thing. That's a good thing to remind yourself of outside of romantic relationships too, is that the same courtesy you give to being able to be honest in romantic relationships and feel comfortable doing that, you have to give to your friendships. Because if you can't tell someone when something really bothers you or it's an issue or you need to resolve it, then maybe you're not very compatible as friends.
I totally understand the sort of like I don't want to like in friends versus like serious relationships. It's like, oh well, we're just friends, but it's just like it does matter.
Friends are important. Friends are important.
Just to get it out there. It's easier to resolve a friendship thing than a relationship thing.
And friends might be around a lot longer than romantic relationships.
We fucking are in my experience.
Yeah. Oh my
You've
God.
seen me through 4 serious relationships, probably.
Yeah, and a lot of weird in between shit too. Yeah, since we were, I was 18, you were 19?
Yeah, I'm a year older than you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's ancient. Ancient dill pickle man from the fridge. Yeah, that was, it is crazy to think of how much things have like changed, but also not changed at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like is the biggest thing that has changed?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
a
about who you
lot
are.
less of an angry guy.
That's true.
I'm not. I'm a lot less angry at myself. I mean, it starts with yourself. If you stop getting angry at yourself, you stop,
Mm-hmm.
putting it out there. I think that is the best part about growing for me. Is that?
I like that.
That's good.
I like that. Yeah. I'm satisfied. I like to be satisfied with the answers.
Yeah. What
It's
about
true.
you?
You do a lot less of the head down angry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak out
Yeah.
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the anxiety is more got shit figured out, so it's not other people's problems.
Yeah, and
basically.
that's good. I like that a lot. I think that's a big part of people who grow up well. I mean, there's some people who grow and then don't really.
It just gets worse.
It just gets worse, right? But I think realizing that, the being angry with yourself for the wrong, it leads to more behavior that you don't like, and then being angry about that behavior, and then it leads to and then you're just kind of like fuck it all the time, and it's just a weird vicious circle, and everything bothers you, and I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot over the years from you, which I think is really cool because that's nice. For me, I don't know, probably a lot of things. I think I had. I don't really think I knew who I was for a lot of years. And I think I knew who I was in relation to other people. Like I knew who I was in terms of being like a friend or a partner.
Yeah, I feel like from an outside eye with you, because you're so good at advice and good at like you're empathetic and stuff. Everybody else is like, Cass has it all figured out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that because people said that to me, including, when I was even really young, I was like, yeah, I have it all figured out. But I remember once, when we used to do these in fucking acting school, the shit we did sometimes is disgusting. But we used to have journals that we used to do, and we had to write in them every single day. And it's a good exercise, a wonderful exercise. But then we had to hand them in.
The acting teachers read our journal.
Yeah, and the acting teachers are going to read our journals, which just feels so invasive and so insane. Like, to say that you have to write it every day and to have an acting teacher just skim through it with you.
And they fucking read them.
No, but they read them. Like, they went through and they were like, I'm reading these pages. And I remember at the end of my semester that they had read my journal that I wrote in every single day. One of the teachers was like, I read it, but I just don't really feel like I know you after reading it. And it's insane to, again, read someone's journal, I think.
Well, you're right. I will say, like, those journals, we knew they were. It wasn't a surprise that they were going to read them. We knew they were going to read them. So we were writing them for that.
I was pasting a leaf in there and then being like, I love orange. Like I was doing such stupid shit in my journal. I was collecting rocks and making like a pagan ritual in my journal. Like I was doing, because you could cut and paste. I was doing crazy shit in my journal. But there was also parts of it where I was kind of like, there were days where I was like, let's use this exercise to really like write about things I'm thinking about. And because I wanted to be more creative, more creatively fulfilled. I wanted to be realized in who I was. And the truth is I felt like that in a lot of projects we did, a lot of things I did in like the arts world, was that I would have these flashes and moments of like, I really get this and I connect and I understand it and here it is. And then so many moments where I feel like I was just trying to get at something that I didn't really know what it was. And I think I just, ironically, what they said at the beginning of school was kind of right. It's just like I hadn't lived enough of a life. And I was always the person, giving advice or seeing myself through other people's eyes. And that was, I think, enough to hide and not really have to have much of a thing going on that I was projecting outwards. And that honestly didn't really change until I started stand-up.
Yeah. I feel like, I'm seeing you on the other side. We haven't seen each other in a while, for your listeners, but I'm seeing you on the other side of this new life in Vancouver doing stand up, and not that you seemed bad before, but
Yeah.
you're doing good.
Thanks, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I feel like when I have a microphone in my hand on stage, I'll say all the things that I would think, but I couldn't say before. And that I still sometimes can't say or even self-realize off stage.
Yeah.
It's just like this, it's just different.
Mhm.
It's just different from any other performance or anything else. And
But I also like that you've brought the Mama Cass energy to the stage, and
Yeah.
you're like giving relationship advice
yeah, that's a big part of my crowd
yeah.
work for sure.
to the audience.
Yeah. But that's it.
That's
Cool. I like
Yeah.
this. Cool. Well,
Mhm.
Joel, I love you so much.
Wait,
and
wait,
I
wait.
am what?
Do you want to do advice?
I love you and question time. That's how we stopped off. Okay. So we do have a question. Thank you so much for writing in. I'm gonna read it, and then I want you. We're both gonna give advice on it. I want to
Cool.
hear your advice on it too, for sure. So this person says, I have two friends who live together, and I believe one is in love with the other. They are both 28-year-old women, one gay and one newly bisexual. The gay one, let's call her Stacy, is from another country and is on a visa and is living with the newly bisexual one, let's call her Olivia. They were mutual friends, and when Stacy's housing fell through, Olivia let Stacy sleep on her couch. It's been like this for months, and it's a one-bedroom home. So Stacy lives there for free. She is on a budget, so the lack of space isn't an issue for her. Okay, so Olivia has become a little scary and is definitely in love with her. My proof is as follows. Anyone Stacy dates, Olivia hates and won't let come over to the house. She calls them all abusive and toxic, but they are not. She takes pictures of her sleeping on the couch and makes her breakfast in bed often. She always insists on drawing her a bath. When their other friends in the friend group get close to Stacy, Olivia gets hostile and leaves early, and a lot of other things. Okay, so Stacy feels very stuck and awkward because...
Sorry,
That's
I dropped
okay.
a coin.
No, you're fine. Stacy feels very stuck and awkward because she now doesn't have an income to leave the apartment. Olivia basically said she could live there for free so Stacy could work on becoming a YouTube influencer. Advice for Stacy on how to approach this conversation, or any advice at all? Okay.
My first, what, do I go or do you go?
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask for more context, but you don't have it.
That's it.
That's all I got.
So
I
we're
can
sure,
repeat
like,
it.
what, like this friend that wrote in, Stacy agrees with them that Olivia is in love and too much.
So the friend that wrote in is just observing two of these friends, okay? And one of them is Stacy, who is the gay one from another country and on a visa, and then is living with the newly out bisexual Olivia. And Olivia is the one that is being scary.
Yeah.
So very, very possessive, very attached. And this is like a concerned friend who is friends with both of them, I think goes over to the house.
And is Stacy is there expression that Stacy feels trapped?
Yes. Stacy feels very stuck and awkward, it says, but she doesn't have an income to leave the apartment, and she's on a visa. She's from another country. Olivia basically said she could live there for free. And Olivia's like obsessed with her, so she's obviously fine with her living there for free.
I think Stacy needs to do influencer stuff at night, get a job during the day. Influencers thing's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
I think, Cass and I are both comedians, but we both have jobs. I myself have 3 jobs, and that doesn't make me less of a YouTube influencer. And you got your living space is so important. I think it's also probably worth talking to Olivia. That's I'm scared. Some of the things are scary.
Yeah, they're scary.
And they may not hear the concerns. Like, I don't know if this friend is able to somehow put Stacy up, offer some sort of respite with an expiry date. People using their generosity as a weapon is one of the worst things. And I don't want to. I don't know. This is from an outside perspective, so I don't know everything about Olivia. But God, it makes me think of other. It's cults.
Okay.
I'm so resistant to cult
Marilyn
energy.
Manson. Yes.
Yeah, not Marilyn. Charles.
Sorry, Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Marilyn Monroe, Charles Monroe.
Charles Monroe.
But I think that cults are a similar thing. They put something over someone's head, and so that they're afraid to leave. And now that Stacey stayed in Olivia's apartment and had rent free,
Yeah.
Olivia, it feels like Stacey owes her something, and is seemingly in love with her, and is being very possessive. So that's a tough situation, and there may need to be some intervening. But I think the main thing is that Stacey needs to get an income.
Yeah.
Somehow with the visa or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good advice. I love that in the middle we said cults. But I do agree. I think it's the environment of someone who wants to control other people usually comes out in a very I just want to love you way. And that is how cult leaders work, and it's very kind of single white female.
Yes.
Jennifer
Jason Leigh.
Or The Roommate, which was the bad knockoff of that, wasn't it?
Leighton Meester?
Yeah.
That movie rips, though.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
It's
watched
probably
it.
not as good as Single White Female, but The Roommate's really good.
Yeah.
Shout out Karis Anderson, who told me to watch that, and it's really fucking good.
Let him cook. So what I would say to this is very similar to what Joel said. I think there's a couple things that have to come into play. If Stacey gets to the point where she is so uncomfortable, I think she will find potentially more work and move out, because the appealing part of this, which seems to be, staying in her place for free and getting to work on, her dream, which is to be a YouTube influencer. I think that is very appealing when the downside is that someone's just a little in love with you. And sometimes we like that feeling. I'm not judging anybody, but sometimes it is nice to know that somebody is really, really into you. It can validate you. It can make you feel good after you've had maybe a difficult time or other relationships where you feel that you weren't appreciated. So having a very, I'll say, a low level of someone being a little obsessive with you, especially if you're not in a relationship and you ultimately know that you can do what you want, I know can sometimes be a little bit of a nice feeling. It can have two sides. Two things can be true. It can be also a little bit of a scary feeling, but it can also be something that's feeds the ego a little bit. So if Stacey's at a place where this is feeding the ego a little bit, helping her live somewhere for free, and allowing her to work on her creative pursuits, I understand. I do. However, all of the behavior that Olivia is exhibiting is scary to me. I would say is scary. It's probably scary to Stacey too. I just think it needs to be more presently scary than it is right now. I think there needs to be some sort of game plan or action plan, because as Joel said, doing anything creative, especially being a YouTube influencer, it takes a lot of time to build that platform. You might get lucky, but it's probably won't. So in that time that it takes you to build.
Sorry, Stacey.
No.
Give it up.
But it's good. It's good. It's good that you won't get lucky. Because if you actually want to do this, then you have to build longevity. You have to be putting up tons of videos. You have to be messing with the algorithm. You have to be doing so many things to try and make yourself successful, that if you do get successful, it probably won't be luck. It will be a lot of work and time and energy that's been put into this, which ultimately I think is the better way to build any creative career, but whatever. So we can't be banking on the lottery of this going well within the next month.
No.
And if this is going, and if you're working on this and this is becoming something that you really want to do, that's great. But I do think, working on it in off hours and trying to have enough of a job so that you can move out on your own would be ideal, or at least just putting that in motion Because otherwise you're going to have no out plan if this gets really scary really fast, like she does something, like Olivia does something dangerous, or she does something that really pushes it over the edge. I'm not saying she will, but if she does, then all of a sudden you are in a place where you do not have a fall net. So I think building a safety net, even if you're not moving out right away, is probably a smart thing to do. That way, if this stays at kind of low level for Stacey and she doesn't feel scared and she feels like, you know, there's some things that have happened, but they're minor enough and there isn't a bit of an obsession, but it still feels okay. At least you have some more of your own money. You have the ability to, you know, to leave if you need. You can start looking at apartments. Like all of those things I think are just useful to know that you have the out.
On the other side of town.
Yeah, on the other side of town for sure. You don't have to take it, but, you know, have the out.
Yeah, I mean, Judge, we've been talking about like how awesome living alone is.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about from Olivia's perspective, what fucking shit she must be going through to be like, I need someone to stay in my apartment rent free.
Yeah.
And it's like, that, no way. If I was going to give up any of my apartment, like,
Wouldn't be rent free.
Wouldn't be rent free.
You know what it sounds like though to me, because Olivia is newly bisexual, is that I think that Stacey was Olivia's gay awakening, which can be a very powerful thing, and I don't take that lightly. But because of that, and because they're good friends, and because they live together, and because I feel like women sometimes when they are very close to each other, even if it is just friends and it is platonic, it can be very, very deep bond, especially if you're living together. And now you add a romantic attraction and a gay awakening and, you know, not having any of these experiences before. I think you kind of have a recipe for, and maybe somebody who doesn't know how to manage their emotions. You have a recipe for something a little bit more explosive to happen and a little bit more possessive. Because if you've never been in a queer relationship and you don't know how to navigate that, and then you have someone in front of you who is a lesbian and who you're like, okay, this could be my person, you don't have a roadmap for understanding that they could maybe not be into you, and that could not be an option. Like I find that happens quite often, is you're like, well, we're really good friends, we get along really well, I'm letting you live here, like you should love me. We're used to weirdness or back and forth or rejection from men in a certain way, because I think we see that throughout our lives, you know, relationships with your father, your other men in your life, relationships with boyfriends, whatever. But your relationship with a woman, especially if you are very attracted to her, it feels very new and sudden, and we still have a lot of understanding to do about what that means. I think, you know, you find out you like women and then you have a friend who's a lesbian, it's like perfect match, and it's like, well, that's not really how it works, right? So it feels like Olivia's going through something, which I understand.
My advice for Olivia, go to therapy and get out there. Get on the apps.
Totally.
Meet someone who's not, you know.
You're captive.
You're captive.
Yeah, you're captive.
Yeah, you're prisoner.
Your prisoner would be good.
And don't do that stuff. And let Stacey have people over, for God's sakes, and let her have close friendships.
Well, and okay, the other thing is that at the end of this, it kind of asked for advice on how to approach a conversation.
I think I know how.
And I think, do you?
Yeah, Stacey could release a YouTube video about her captor Stockholm syndrome, go viral, kill two birds with one stone.
That's actually such a good idea.
That is.
That I recently
Producer brain.
There's, you know. That's a recipe for viral.
Exactly.
It is a recipe for viral.
I'm currently captive.
Help me.
Just videos every week of her captive. Don't do that. But there could be something to, depending on the type of YouTuber that she is, making like subtle advice for people who are like newly out or something. That could be.
Did you watch that documentary about the YouTube lady who had the kids and she was a Mormon?
No.
And she eventually like
ate them?
No, but she eventually got under this like cult leader like lady. I think her name was not Sherry Papini. That's somebody else. She was like she was like a momfluencer or something like that. And she like kicked her husband out of the house because he was like not doing good enough for the YouTube channel. Her whole life became about this YouTube channel. She kicked one of her sons out. She cut off her daughter, and when it was just like these 2 kids left who she believed were possessed by demons, so she started starving them. It was crazy. It's crazy.
That's
it was
crazy.
like a Disney Plus documentary.
Wow. I love when the Disney Plus stuff is horrific.
Yeah, I mean it's probably Hulu in the States.
No, but isn't it cool how it was? Disney Plus was literally just Disney, and then they're like,
and The Simpsons.
Yes, and The Simpsons, and then they're like, we can't make any money at this, and then they added a couple other things that were kind of like that they bought, and then they were.
Well, no, I think in the States that's still what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Disney
Star
Plus,
Wars
the
and
Star Wars,
Simpsons
Simpsons,
and-
Marvel,
Yeah, Marvel.
and then the Hulu, like all the cool stuff
Yeah.
that we see on there.
Yeah.
That's all Hulu,
Oh,
which is all
okay.
owned by
Right.
and they get double the money.
But I just love it. I love going on to Disney and seeing like 7. I'm like, that's insane. But anyway, okay. So
Don't fucking start starving Stacy because
Don't-
you
yeah,
think she's a demon.
nobody starve anyone. That's
Aaron-
not the advice that we want.
Aaron,
but
are you able to Google stuff?
Yeah.
Can you find what that documentary's called and what that lady's called?
Okay.
Producer Aaron, can you look that up?
What am I looking up again?
The Disney Plus documentary about the Mormon mom
who's starving her
starved
children
her
because they're
children.
demons. She
Okay.
thinks they're demons. But anyway, so sorry. In order to approach a conversation with this though, if because I'm aware that everything we're suggesting takes time, like getting an income and getting a job, all of it takes time. I do think it should be something that Stacey's actively doing, is just getting an income and trying to, whatever job it is, whatever silly job it is, even if it feels like, oh, this is ridiculous or I don't want to do this, just get something.
Yeah, become a barista or something.
Yeah, get something. Get something that feels like you like the environment enough to go there every day and it's not going to completely exhaust you. Doesn't have to be super high paying. Go home and work on being a YouTube influencer at night. If anything, that would be helpful because if you did get a job, you could say to Olivia, hey, I have a job and now I have to work on my videos. I'm sorry, I don't have time to hang out. It might help give a little bit of distance between the friendship. So that's a game plan of something to start working on. In the meantime, because you're still going to be living there, I don't think it's a bad idea to sit Olivia down and to be like, hey, some of these behaviors, and you can list them because there have been behaviors, feel a little bit concerning to me. I care about you and I care about our friendship, but I need to kind of know where you're at. And I would really appreciate if you could be honest with me about why this is happening and see what she says. And I don't think this is a good idea to do when she's upset because you've brought someone over or in the middle of some sort of like outburst or after she's done something even really sweet for you, like, or not sweet, I put sweet in quotation marks, but like making you breakfast and bread or whatever. Like that might be something that creeps you out a lot. But if she's in an emotionally heightened state, whether it be very loving or very jealous or very angry, probably not the time to talk to her. When there's a neutral time between the two of you where, you know, nothing is happening and you can just have that conversation, it might be nice to be like, hey, I just really want to chat with you about something. I find also starting conversations by saying, you know, I really want this to go well. I want us to figure this out. I just have to bring this up and I'm really hoping we can be honest with each other. Is a really nice way to approach it. And then you can ask about, you know, some of the behaviors and mention how you feel about them and see what she says. Because if she has an absolute conniption freak out, like, again, maybe this friend can offer some respite and Stacey can sleep on your couch for a night or two while we figure things out, or a couple weeks or whatever. But if she doesn't have an absolute freak out and get mean or destructive, then it might be a good chance for her to some people don't realize what they're doing. Some people are feeling things and not thinking about the feeling. And that might be a good call. So that's my advice. But Aaron, did you find the
Ruby Frank.
Ruby Frank. And what's the movie called?
Devil in the Family.
Devil in the Family.
Devil in the
She looks
Family?
so scary.
Did
She
the kids
is
die or are
scary.
they still alive?
They're still alive. Don't
Okay,
worry.
yeah.
You can watch it if you're afraid of that.
She got
But
sentenced to 30 years.
there's still a lot of trauma there. But
Oh, no
it's a
kidding.
tough watch. But you know,
Is the mom still in the kid's life?
the mom is in prison.
Oh,
30 years.
30
YouTube
years
channel's thriving. She's doing YouTube prison.
Really?
No.
That's
YouTube channel.
is that I bet that in some low security prisons They have webcams or something.
Like one of her
Podcast
conditions.
equipment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, maybe.
Well,
In the
did
library?
you see Sing Sing where they bring Shakespeare or
Yeah.
acting to prisons? Maybe
Yeah.
they need to bring podcasts.
Yeah,
to
maybe they need to bring podcasting equipment. Let them do it. Let them get on there.
Let them cook.
Let them cook. Let them talk about their special interests.
Yeah,
what
we're
they've been
bringing
learning in prison.
podcasts and are really opening them up. And yeah,
Honestly, a prison podcast I feel like would do so well.
It probably would.
Like from prison, just
Yeah.
what they're talking about. Like there's so many true crime guys who would be into that.
Yeah.
Guys and gals. Cool.
Get nothing
Okay.
but time.
Well, I think we did it. I think we did the podcast.
we did the pod.
Thank you, Joel, so much for being on it and for
Thank
staying
you.
with us this week. I'm so happy that you came to
Oh,
Vancouver.
thanks for having me.
Of course.
That's the least I could do is be on this pod. And honestly, it was a nightmare, but it's worth the stay.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. It was a terrible,
I had
terrible
a terrible time on this
Had a
podcast, but I
terrible
needed to
time.
do it.
It's a real
in order to
downer to
thank
end
you.
the trip on. And
Yeah.
I'm going to remember the trip from this
Yeah.
perspective, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, you
but-
told me a really horrific story.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and told me that you don't understand how women are attracted to me. And
Oh, my God.
Joel was our Stacy this week.
Joel was our
I was
Stacy.
kind of Stacy this week.
I had
yeah,
so
I
many
was
photos of
forced
you
to do this
sleeping.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, so many photos of you sleeping. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bringing
you're gonna-
him breakfast and bread, but it's just the couch.
breakfast and bread
Breakfast
sounds
and
awesome.
bread. I didn't have any bread for you. I couldn't offer you any
Yeah.
bread all week. It was just eggs.
You did make me breakfast twice, which was awesome.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. I
you
hope you
could-
remember that.
I do. Well, I remember it all.
We'll
This
keep
has
it
been
all.
this has been a wonderful trip.
Yeah, it's been a lot
I
of
wish it
fun.
was longer.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, I will.
You got
I
it.
want to come to. I want to go back to Salt Spring as well. Beautiful island.
Yeah, beautiful. There's
Yeah.
a lot going on out here.
Yeah, I could go to all. I could explore every one of those islands.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would take a long time, but
It would
yes.
take a long time. Like
Yes, it
I
could.
was like cruising by them in the ferry, and I was like, all these islands are awesome.
They are awesome. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, I haven't been to all of them, but the ones I've been to, pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
So.
they seem sick.
Okay, well, I hope another lady hits on you on the flight tomorrow after you get nervous.
I need it.
And offers you an Ativan so that it's actually not that bad of a flight. Maybe
Yeah.
some alcohol. That'll be
Mhm.
good. But thank you for being on it. Thank you so much
course.
for listening to the podcast. If you have any questions, you can email askthepodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear them. If you have any follow-ups on questions that you have asked or more questions, give them. Keep them coming our way. We appreciate you all. Have a wonderful week.
Wait,
a
where
great
can they
start
find
to
you,
the
Joel?
summer. Oh yeah, Joel. You can follow him at Joel Baby on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah. YouTube, just put out a short film on there.
Hell yeah.
YouTube,
What are you on YouTube?
Joel Edmiston. You can find me
Edmiston.
that way. And podcast, Merge Boot Podcast. Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
Mhm.
Okay, everybody, take care. Have a great first week of summer. Good night.